Okay, so I've been thinking about a few things about everything. Mainly clues. Okay, we talked about the 2020 clues given to Crypto's fourth quadrant of letters, and it was one of the values is east, and one of them says northeast. So together, it's east northeast, and it didn't make sense to me, but it did make sense to me. It's all about the rose compass and the compass. It's about the circle 61 or the never eat shredded wheat. It's your compass and how you navigate the earth. And again, it's the second line of the reckoner. It's a 5-14-5. E and E. There are other characters and layers to account for that in this, message that you have to decrypt, but I'm not really looking into that right now. East northeast, it's kind of like showing you all the different ways of making the fives, because an E is a 5, an N is a 14, which is a 5. A W for west is a 23, which is the other way to make a 5. And then south is a 19. S is a 19. It's like two 5s, because that could be a 10. Right? 5s are cool. I don't know if your favorite number is 5. I don't like counting in 5s, multiplying in 5s. I don't know. But when I see this, and I look at the Armageddon line, the second row, and there goes 1... backwards for you. It goes 1, 1, 1, 4, 5, 6, 0, 1, 1. Okay? So, east would be the middle for the 5, and then you'd have a 1, 4 for the north, east. Or, is it that the 14 is the N, the 5 is the E, but the northeast is the 6? Because what's the 6 really? A 6 could be a circled 5, which is like something else and an E. Or, one layer lower, it could be a 14 or a circled 4, which is a 5, contained as something different. So a 6, the digit, could represent a doubly circled 4. 42, the answer to everything. Northeast. What's that movie? North by Northwest? Yeah, I was watching go watch the last movie that I liked. I think it's called The Scarlet Claw. It's a Sherlock Holmes adventure. Watch the first 8 minutes of it. Now, the first few minutes aren't really necessary. It's when they go to the Royal Canadian Occult Society meeting in the Gold Room in Quebec, Canada. Sherlock Holmes is from there. Anyways, listen to what they talk about and then think about what I talk about. You don't say anything, but they say a lot. Anyways, your compass rose, your lodestone, your magnetic rock. It's the second clue is talking about a magnetic field. They hid it in the magnetic field under the ground. I'm trying to talk about taking a three-dimensional device but making 5 of them and arranging it in a flat linear room. So you got to think of this as a cube, but then when it's balanced and flattened, it's not going to be like cubic. It's going to be off-centered because there's a weighted side of the tetrahedron. This is what I never knew. I always thought everything was even. Like, I thought if a tetrahedron was created in balance, all sides would be equal. Like, it would be all divided by 4 or whatever. You know? 4 faces, 4 vertices, 6 edges. But I was like, yeah, it seems right. But no, it's like a 3 to 1, but that 1 at the end, that's 3 makes 4. That 3 points of the tetrahedron makes 4, to make 5 the center, to make 6 the whole, to make the nothing, which is the 7, which is a singularity that connects the 4 to the 6. Oh, a 4-6 split. So, this is your news. This is your northeast, southwest. This is your compass, I guess. You know, one side's weighted doubly than the others. The south side. You know, when you go to the fucking Renegades or the Red Blacks, where the fuck they call the Ottawa football team, CFL team, you go to the south side. You sit on the north side, Kevin doesn't like you. But the south side is weighted. The north side is just one of these three, really. It goes up. Never thought of that. Never thought of that before. And what that could mean. Never thought of a tetrahedron. Never thought that, like it's for your back. Oh, if this was attached to a jackhammer, it would no longer be a tetrahedron, but it would probably have the force required that I need to relax. So yeah, that's one thing I thought of. The other thing I thought of was, there's like a 1346 of my movie. I think I commented on it, then I looked and the comment wasn't there, so I'm like, is this happening again, really? Oh yeah, it's about 5 stones is 70 pounds. Now those are both denominations or units of measurement. A stone, a pound. And then you look at the time and it goes 057. So it's a 1/3. So in the middle of the 1/3 would be the balance point. And 5 stones is equal to 70 pounds. I found miles and kilometers in here. I know why 1 mile is whatever the conversion is, 2,200. Found it. I made movies of it. I made movies on it on YouTube because I'll never remember all the shit. That's why I made movies, to document it. So if you want to know, go look up that. The thing I deduced all the time by looking at a 6 and a 9 and a circle and found out why we have seconds, months, years, hours, like why it's broken down the way it is. Maybe I still don't understand why the months are all fucked up. I don't know why there's a July. I don't know why the Oct isn't the 8th month, but the 10th month. I don't know why they're all off. There should be another one. What would we call it? Where would it be? It makes sense between January and December, or does it? Lunar year seems like legit because our females run off them. Our adult females run off a lunar month and go to a farm auction. Females are worth more. But time doesn't follow. I just... Maybe if they all happened at once, it'd be too much, so we have to fuck with time to break that up so that doesn't... I'm here all week, but... Yeah, the cryptos thing is kind of neat. I got slammed today. I don't know if COVID's going to shut down everything again. I don't know. COVID-19 guy. Start at the 69 in the top left corner. And walk down the stairway to heaven. If you can write a circle and then an I, V, X, L, C, D, M. The stairway to heaven. It's funny that I heard this on the radio, that stairway to heaven. Zeppelin 4, this year, right around now, it's its 49th anniversary. And they felt like mentioning that to us on the radio. When was the last time you heard of another band's 49th anniversary of something celebrated? Other than inside a 9x9 reckoner is a 7x7. The 49. It's not really it's one above the diagonal. There's only 8 of them, but there's really only 7 Roman numerals. And then there's a ring, or a unit cell, or a unit to contain it all. It's like a circled 7, people. Your Roman numerals. The next one after M is V with a line on top of it, and V is the next one after 1, but the 1's on top of it. So you can find 5,000. M is 1,000. There's 7 units, but there's this other one to it's cyclical. It's circled. Complete is just a different way of looking at something. They're totally different depending on your frame of reference, what they is. So, you got your COVID-19. American election just happened, and then Pfizer, whatever. Now we have the cure. That's fun. The CIA is located at 3858 and 7716. Negative 7716. Positive 7716 is somewhere in China. In China. From me. The other side. pretty cool. And the reason I said the Lamb of God, says Austin, like, I've seen some Austin Lee Meredith shit. Sheila and Amber Grave shit. That's your, whatever. If God had a name, we don't have one, we have layers of God. We are in a cell. The person that created our cell would be our God. The person that created their cell would be their God. But it only takes 2 iterations. There's an n minus 1, and an n minus 2. Or plus 1 plus 2. Whatever. And it's plus 1 plus 2, because you're going from 26 to 27 to 28. Which is very important to all this. Because the Lamb of God, so Austin Lee Meredith, is a tetrahedron. The L's in the middle. Bring it up. L, L, A, M. But the B is the SAG. S is the 19, G is the 7. 19 and 7 is 26. We get 26 letters. That means it's a Z. But you get the A. The A is a 1. Does that mean it's a capital A? SAG, or gas read the other way, is in the cell. It's a 1. So 1 circled could be a 2. That letter is B. So you could have an ALMB, or I'm not good at boggle, but I imagine that would be Lamb of God. The Lamb of God means 2 people and 2 different realities of our creators, both male and female. I wonder if, so I think it goes probably male, female, male, because, I don't know, I'm here doing this, or maybe it's been done before, huh? But we've got a reality where women are worth more here, which means that we were created by a female god. No Sam. It's not Shelane Amber Meredith. They are not on the same plane. Mason is no Sam. It's not Shelane Amber Meredith. It's Austin Lee Meredith and Shelane Amber Graves. That's my argument from ignorance. I have no other reason than saying these names other than what I used to do in gematria and saying it over and over again and just choosing that those were the names of our creator, because fuck it. Our creator is both male and female. So now imagine the movie Junior with Arnold Schwarzenegger when he has a baby or something. No, is he a junior? He has a baby. The guy has a baby. So imagine in her reality where she came up with all this nonsense. Imagine if all the males were worth more and they were the one that gave birth. Fuck. Imagine you die and you leave this reality as a dude and then you have to go to this other reality where you're now the chick. That'll humble you. And vice versa. Doesn't mean it's a negative to the ladies. It just means it's a harder path, I'd say. It's like a 3-to-1 path. ALM are 3 characters, looked at as 3 characters. And SAG could be 3 characters looked at it as 1 character. Unified. That plus 1 element. Lamb of God. Yeah, you can think of Aleister Crowley all you want and like satanic whatever cults and fucking mysticism. You go watch all this like Sherlock Holmes, 8 minutes into the Scarlet Claw occult society that's been going along since that time when that movie was made, way the fuck ago. And there's there's a Alfred Hitchcock movie called 17, I think. Oh, that's just the number of cells in a tetrahedron. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the outsides. You got 1 in the middle, and then between all these spots there are 3. 12, 1, and 4. 17. Q code. I don't know what QAnon is. I don't. I really don't. I'd have no idea. Why would I spend my time looking at that? Are they talking about mathematics and cellular mathematics and reckonings and ancient text and shit? I heard today that there's a book that it's like a Pulp Fiction movie where it's all not sequential, but the idea is you read this text and then you break it down into the way it's supposed to be and you submit it once a year, and then they say if you got it right, and this guy got it right, and the last person to get it right was in 1932, and he just got it right in 2020. And he's not allowed to share that with everyone because it ruins the code. It ruins the game. It ruins the fun. It ruins the curse. It ruins the whatever. And I think the Bible's the same way. I don't think it's supposed to be read linearly. One more thing, I'm pretty sad that your MAGA president lost. MAGA deconstructed is 1 of 1 of 7 of 13. And you guys didn't re-elect him.